Alright, so tonight we will do an exercise, something called a office chair fit lah. So this office chair fit is a kind of a structural parts lah. So since it is structural, it is being used on heavy loads. Probably it needs to withstand about at least 100 kilo, and you have to put some sort of safety factor on it. So probably we're looking at safety factor of 2. So if it should withstand about 200 kilogram lah. So I grabbed a photo from I think Shopee kot. So this is a photo of the size. Roughly it's about 667 millimeter, and then you have a center hole here of 49. And then if you look here, top and bottom, you have different dimension 49 and 46 millimeter. So let's try to complete this in probably about 10-15 minutes. So I'm going to be doing the exercise first, and then you guys can follow later on lah. Okay, so number 1, let's go to File and create new. Obviously, we're going to use Part, and then I'm going to click OK. So once your SolidWorks has been launched, you need to check lah. Number 1, your units. So make sure your units are okay. Make sure at least you are looking at mmgs lah. So millimeter gram second. This is the unit that you want to start your design with lah. So we can start sketching. There are a few planes available here. Number 1, front plane, top plane, or right plane lah. So depends on how you want to design. So maybe I want to design on a top plane lah. So since the chair is sitting on top like that, so I'm going to design it on a top plane. So I'm going to right click top plane, and then I'm going to click sketch. So over here I'm looking at the sketch, and I'm going to put a few circles lah. Go to circles, and then hit the center origin, and then I'm going to put up a few circles, mainly the outer diameter, and then click OK. Another circle, origin should be the same lah. Make sure it is not offset. So same origin. I have the slightly smaller diameter, and then finally I have another circle lah. And then this one will be some sort of like that lah. So once I've created all 3 circles, I need to put some dimension lah. Put a dimension probably following the photo here lah, roughly about 600 over. So let's say I'm going to design this at about let's say 800 mm. So the outermost diameter will be 800, and then I need to make this circle the center circle. So next diameter will be, currently it's about 270. Maybe I can change to 200. It's quite small. Maybe a little bit more lah. So this one is exercise. You can adjust accordingly to what you need lah. And finally, I need an internal diameter lah. So internal diameter from the standard part here is about 50 mm. So let's say I'm going to put this at I don't know, 80 mm kah? Okay, 80 mm. So this is the rough diameter lah that I have for my chair support lah, chair fit. Okay, so once you've done this, click OK, and then you are going to put a center line. So these are lines. Go to here and hit center line. So this will be in dotted lah. So lines are full sketch. Center lines are not included in the sketch lah. This one is just for reference. So click a center line and then click center, take it up 90 degrees and drop it there and then click escape. So this will be your center line, and next you will be creating some sort of foot lah. So click on a full line and then you can roughly hover here, maybe somewhere here, and then you can lock your feet lah. So by locking your feet, it will create some sort of like an angle. So once you've done that, click Smart Dimension, control lah this angle. So click this bar, click this line, and then click a reference line, and then you will have an angle lah. Currently my angle is about 4.7. Maybe I want to change this to 5 degrees. So it bends a little bit. So this is my control dimension. So once I've done this is not a properly constrained line yet because it's blue color, right? So blue color is not properly constrained. So you need to put a few more dimensions lah, probably one more. Under smart dimension also, I want to control this distance to the center. Currently 79. So maybe I change this one to 80. So once you have put a proper dimension, your line will change to black. So kalau black tu okay. If your color is still blue, meaning you don't have proper constraint lah. Later on when you change your design, change dimension, your dimension will have some sort of error lah. So try to make sure your sketch are all turn black lah. So black is good. So now click OK. This foot is okay. I don't have to draw again on the left hand side. I just have to click mirror lah. Mirror entities. So if you want to mirror, click the line and then click mirror entities lah. It will automatically select you lah. Otherwise you just have to select again lah. If you don't want to do that. So click mirror entities. Entities to mirror will be this line. It will be copy and mirror about the center line. So you will have something like that. And then click OK. You've done your feet lah. So this is one feet. So if you feel that this is too wide, maybe you want to change, yeah, you can do that. Now 80. I can change to 60. So it will become slightly more narrow lah. Currently my dimension is 60 and my angle is 5 degrees. So I have good control of my design. Once I've done this, I need to repeat for a few more feet, right? If you look here, I've got like 5 feet. So let's go. The command that you should be looking for is something called a circular sketch pattern. So click circular sketch pattern. And then this thing is looking for direction kah? I think this one is looking for the circle kot. So click circle, any circle lah. And then spacing currently for entities to pattern. This one I need to delete lah. I need to pattern this one, this line, and then another line. So currently I have 4, I change to 5 lah. So once I've changed to 5, the angle is all 360 degrees. You click this one, equal spacing. And then now you can click OK lah. So once you click OK, you will have all the things that you need lah. So once this is done, you need to do some trimming. So click trim entities, turn on power trim, and now we trim away lah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is required. Afterwards, this one also needs to be trimmed. 2, 3, 4, 5. So make sure your feet is like that lah. So this one is done, and then you click OK, and now you can exit sketch. So you can exit sketch using left hand side or this button lah. Just make sure you don't click X. So this will cancel all your sketch and it's not good lah. So click exit sketch, and then we are going to extrude lah. Click extrude boss base. You can extrude maybe, I don't know, maybe 80 kot. 80 millimeter up, and then click OK. So this is the fit of your chair lah. So if you look at this fit, this is not a proper plastic part yet lah. So in order for this plastic part not to have any problem, you need to introduce something called draft angle. Yeah, draft angle is very important lah. If you remember the video just now, draft angle is it's very easy now. Everything has AI. Definitely this thing is copied from Wikipedia. Draft angle is a slight taper added to a vertical surface of a mold or casting to make it easier to remove the finished part. So this is required lah. Why? Because you need it to facilitate removal. You want to prevent some sort of damage lah from parts getting stuck. And then let's go to images, and then let's look. Okay, this is bad lah. Any undrafted surface, if your part needs to be ejected, it cannot be ejected lah. It will be stuck in the mold. So you need to have proper drafts. So what does the draft angle looks like? So let's look at some photo. So this is poor unacceptable draft lah. This is negative draft angle. So this one can never be taken out of the part properly, from the mold properly. It will be scratching against the surface. This is 90 degrees, almost 90 degrees. This one is challenging also because it will be rubbing. So ideally you need a positive draft angle. It is open like that. So draft angle, the typical angle for draft should be around 1 degrees for every inch of the mold depth. Meaning every 25 millimeter you need 1 inch lah. So just now I extruded, I think about 60 mm. So 60 mm roughly I need about 2 degrees lah minimum. So if you can put better draft angle, it is easier to remove from the mold lah. So in order to create drafts, you just have to go from the front command, right? This from features. Over here there is something called draft. So now let's create draft. I click on draft. And then there are two options lah. Number one is draft expert, or I can click manual lah. So it's easier to control it using manual lah. So in this case, I'm putting bigger draft lah, maybe around 4 degrees. So 4 degrees, I'm choosing neutral plane. So the neutral plane that I select for this pink color, right? It has to be on the bottom lah. So the bottom surface is my neutral plane, meaning neutral is not going to change lah, it's going to remain like that only. And then I have faces to draft. I can choose this one, face propagation. This one will help you select lah, but I don't think I have any tangent lah on the design itself. Normally you can choose something called a long tangent. That one if you have tangent lah on the surface. This one you need to select manually lah. So click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I have altogether 20 vertical surfaces at 4 degrees. If I click on this detail preview, I can see lah, not so clearly. It is like that. So white, I think yellow color is the neutral, right? So currently it is bent like that. So off this one, I can change the angle lah. Neutral plane, I can change the direction. If you see the arrow here, I can change that arrow. How does it look like lah? So that arrow you can imagine is like your mold being taken out from the machine itself lah. So now if I click again, detail preview, I can see lah roughly how does it look like lah. If you are satisfied, click OK. So this is the draft angle which has been created. So you cannot see it with your eyes from like that lah. You have to check properly. So if you click Y axis and then you view it from the top, you can see that you're gonna have 2 lines already, right? You have 2 lines. So this is a successful draft angle lah. If I suppress draft, right click, what do I do? Suppress. Suppress is this one, right? Suppress. You're going to see 1 line. So if I go back and then I resume unsuppress, I'm going to see 2 lines. So this is the draft angle. This draft angle will help you during mold ejection lah. And it is required for all plastic parts in order to properly eject. So once you've done your draft angles, you need to check. Go to Evaluate tab and then choose something called Draft Analysis. So click this one, Draft Analysis. So currently I'm set at 3 degrees lah. So let's see what happens. This one, it is asking for you the direction of pull. So this one, you should choose your neutral plane lah, yang bawah ni. Surface at the bottom is your neutral plane. And then click this one, Face Classification. Currently 3 degrees. So anything, I think lower. Anything greater than 3 degrees. This is the specs lah. This one you can change. If I put this up until 1, minimum 1 degrees, it will calculate for me lah. If you still remember, just now I put, I think 4 degrees kot. If I change this one to 4, still same. But if I change this one to 5 degrees, you see the calculation here change already, right? Yellow color now change to 21. So this is the criteria lah that you are trying to calculate against, which is your draft angle lah. So let's say you put your minimum, let's say minimum draft angle 3. Then okay lah. I only have 1 surface which I have left out, which is not included in the draft. So you cannot check this one with your normal eyes lah. You have to choose draft analysis and then make sure your designs are okay. Okay, so I need to do some remedy lah for this surface. Now if I click OK, my part will remain red lah. Red and yellow and green. I need to turn this off. So this is actually a feature lah that can be turned on and off along as you are designing things. So this one you can use for check. Okay, so I need to repair my draft. Right click, edit feature, and then I need to add 1 more surface, vertical surface, 4 degrees, and then click OK lah. So now if I go on top, I click this Y-axis, right? Y-axis, I can see two lines even at the center hole. So this is the reason, if you look at this Shopee photo, right, you can see one is showing 49 millimeter diameter and the other one is showing 46 millimeter diameter. So you can figure out already lah where this thing is being drafted. Bahagian yang atas tu dia besar sikit, bahagian yang bawah tu dia kecil sikit. 49 versus 46 millimeter. This is due to draft angle lah. So if you really want to check what happened to yours, you can go to evaluate lagi lah kan. Measure this thing. Diameter is 91.19, inner diameter. Oh, yang ni 80. See? 80 and 90. So we are okay lah. So this part, I think once you have done some progress, make sure you save lah. I should have done this earlier. Desktop chair leg. So obviously this is still not good. Why? If you look at here, material, can I change this material? Yes, you can. Right click. You can assign this, for example, I can assign to ABS PC, or I can configure material, or I can edit material. Click edit material. I want to change steel, I turn off. I look for plastics. Over here I've got plastics. So let's say I change to something called, what is it? What is suitable? Probably nylon. Nylon is very strong. Let's say I choose ABS lah. ABS. Is there a mass density? Yeah, you can see here. If I choose ABS, there is something called mass density here, which is 1020 kilogram per meter cube. And I click apply. And I click close. So now the material has been assigned as ABS. So look for evaluate again, and then I'm going to check what is the weight now. My part weight lah. Click mass properties. My chair now weighs 1000, berapa ni? 9, this much grams. This is like, how many kilos? I think 12.9 kilos good. I can change this unit lah. How to change? Click here, edit document unit. Currently my mass is in grams, so I'm going to go to custom. Mass ni change to kilogram. Click OK, and then if I go again, mass properties, see, 12.93 kilogram. This is the weight of my chair leg. 13 kilogram. This is very heavy lah. So this is not possible. Why? Because it is solid. So no plastic parts are solid. Typically everything is being designed using uniform wall thickness, so that once the material is being ejected, it will cool properly lah. So the next thing that I need to do is probably do some final cosmetics lah. Why? And need to do some sort of fillet. So let's just choose fillet. Fillet also get manual and fillet expert. Both also you can use. Let's say I change this one to 20 mm. I just choose the top surface lah, easy. And I click OK. I'm going to get some sort of radius. Afterwards, if I am not lazy, I can put some more radiuses. Fillet. This one, 2. Multiply lah. 4. And finally this last two lah, this edge, all using similar lah, 20 mm, and then I click OK. I have some sort of radius lah, some sort of design lah. Okay, radiuses is very good because it will assist the flow lah. So you need to do the radius after you do draft lah. You cannot do radius first, then you do draft. You cannot do that. You will have error lah. Actually, the center one I shouldn't do lah. Actually, this one shouldn't have too much draft. But never mind lah. Okay, let's check again. What is the weight? Evaluate mass properties. Kurang sikit lah, 12.61 kilogram. So if you don't want to check this all the time, you can go to here and put a sensor lah. Click this one, sensor, right click, add sensor, and then choose mass. What mass is this? And then click OK. So if you go to sensor, and it will always update you what is the weight. Change certain things, you can just go here and update the sensor lah. Other than that, you can put a lot more sensor lah. Not only mass, you can put things like dimension, measurement, and costing data lah. What is the part cost already? You can put okay. So finally, in order to convert this part into a proper plastic part, you need to do one more process, something called shell. So click shell. Thickness of the plastic part, you need to do your research lah. What is the proper thickness which is available in the market? Probably I can shouldn't be more than 5 lah, roughly around 5 mm. And then I need to select this one, faces to remove, blue color box here, faces to remove. The faces that I want to remove is this bottom face lah. So now I'm going to click OK. So now it has been hollowed out. So this is the bottom hollow lah. So plastic parts are like this. It needs to be hollow. Now if I go back here, mass kan, originally it's about 12.6 kilogram. Right click, update. Now it has been reduced lah, about 2 kilogram only. However, this is hollow. This is not very good lah, especially for structural parts. If you look here closely, you can see it's actually have lots of stiffening ribs lah. All these stiffening ribs will help you improve the structural rigidity of the part lah. So normally you need to do some sort of testing lah. Let's say mainly engineers can do some sort of analysis lah. Let's say you can do FEA, SolidWorks simulation, right? So for the time being, let's hold this off first. Let's try to do ribs first lah. You can actually check lah the structural rigidity of this part using SolidWorks simulation. So let's try to do the last feature of the day lah, which is important, which is the ribs. So number one, let's go to your top view. Currently my top view is like this. But this one I want to look at the bottom lah. Just choose your arrow and look at the bottom. So I need to do some sort of plane. So in order to do a plane, I can go to here, reference geometry, and then click plane. Once I click plane, the first reference will be the outer, the most bottom surface lah, which is this one. If I click here, it will give me a plane. However, this plane is offset by 10 mm lah. It goes up. I want to flip offset. So currently my rib is like, I want to make a reference lah, the rib to be slightly lower lah. So let's say I want to increase this to maybe 15 mm. So it is like that lah. And then if I click OK, I will have a plane. So this plane is imaginary lah. It's not included in your design. It's just to help you reference lah. You can make it as big as you want. This is just a plane. If you are looking from the x-axis, this is what it looks like lah, the plane. We need to make the plane slightly above from the bottom lah, not the same level as the bottom datum. Okay, once you've done that, go back to your, I think x-axis, no, z-axis, no, y-axis lah. Y-axis. This plane is big. And then I'm going to rotate. And then I'm going to sketch. Sketch what? I'm going to sketch the... Oh, I don't have to do that. I just have to go here, plane, sketch. And then click Ctrl 8 on your keyboard. So it will align properly. So, okay, again. If I exit this sketch, it's easy. Whatever orientation you're looking at, just go to your plane, right click, sketch, and then click Ctrl 8 on your keyboard. It will align properly lah. So now I need you to go and create some ribs. In order to create the ribs, just draw some lines. So click lines, and then go to the center line here, and then hover here and drag it up. So you can see some sort of reference, right? So this one, just draw a line from the bottom up until about here. Maybe here. So don't have to draw all the way to the end. Don't. Make it floating like this, not touching the walls lah. So this line, is it center? Doesn't look very center. Let's draw again. Line, center, make sure it is being guided, make sure it is 90 degrees. See, 90 degrees. Don't go here, roughly about here. Make sure it is 90 degrees lah. Okay, this is the line that you want. Afterwards, you can draw ribs lah. In order to draw the ribs, I'm going to draw a very crude rib design lah. I don't want to put too much constraint, but proper design engineer should put properly dimension lah. I just go to line, and then I'm going to click my mouse. Click. Don't release your button on the mouse yet. Drag your line, and then you remove. Okay. So that is done. One more time. Click. Don't release your mouse. Draw some sort of design like that, and then you drop it. How many lines I want to put the rib? Just draw lah. Draw like that. Don't click and release your mouse. No, I mean the click of your mouse. Don't do that. It will be time consuming. Click your mouse. Don't release, and then you drop it. Okay, I've got 4 now. Maybe last one, 5. This one I do maybe like that. I don't have to exceed that one. Like that was okay. So this is the design of my rib. I don't have to repeat this again. I just have to mirror lah. So click mirror entities. Entities to mirror. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I need to click copy lah, and then mirror about this line. And I'm going to click OK. So I have a rib design like this. So now what I should do is I should again go to pattern, click circular sketch pattern, This one is asking for you the center code. So click circle. And then entities to pattern. Wow, this is a lot lah. The whole thing. Why is it not being selected? Do I need to select this again? X kejap Okay. Don't pattern. Click X. So I'm going to exit lah. Exit sketch. Don't pattern. Exit sketch. So I am left with this sketch lah. The sketch is slightly lower lah on the plane itself. So with this sketch being done, highlight the sketch, right? And then go to here, rib. Click rib. And then it will create the rib profile for you. So now the thickness of the rib should be smaller than the main thickness. Just now this one I think 6 mm code. 6 or 5 mm. So the minor rib should be lower than that, maybe about 60%. So if just now we put 5 mm, so this one should be around maybe 4 or 3 mm lah. Thinner a bit. So and then click OK. So then your rib is done lah. So the sketch doesn't have to be a full sketch. It will automatically detect the boundaries lah. So once you've done that, only then you pattern lah. So make sure you highlight your rib one. Go to linear pattern here. Choose circular pattern. Look for the circle. And then choose this one. Equal spacing. And make sure you choose 5 lah. 5 ribs. And then click OK. So now I can turn off this plane one lah. Go to plane one. Where is my plane one? Right click. Hide plane one. So now you are left with your design lah. So obviously it's going to add some sort of mass lah to your design. Currently 2 kilogram. Right click, update. The next skill lah 3.5 kilogram now. So this is the rib being done. If you want to put more ribs, easy, right? Just go to rib here. Just do it again lah. If you want to put another circle rib here, right? Go to plane, sketch, Control 8. Maybe I want to put one more circle rib to strengthen the thing. Maybe somewhere here. I should control. Okay, currently 80. This is the dimension lah. Click OK. Exit sketch. Okay, again, highlight the sketch and then go to rib 4 mm. Click OK. So we'll do another rib for you lah. Easily. Is it similar to this? Maybe not lah. I forgot to do the foothold lah. But roughly there. Oh, this one have some sort of extra here. Okay, never mind. So once you've done that, again, update your mass. 3.62 kilogram now. So of course, this is a plastic part. You have to make sure you have drafts all together lah. So if you go to draft analysis, currently it's 3 degrees. You can choose this one is the direction of pull. If you go here, it will ask you, direction of pull. That will be your bottom surface lah. If you go here, currently I have 290 surfaces to draft. So this will be very, very hard for me to do lah. So it's not logical for me to select one by one everything to do it, right? So this is not proper. So in order for me to do draft for the whole rib, I just have to go back to my rib, this one, and then edit my feature. There is actually a command here, something called draft. So if you click here, draft, currently it's at 1 degrees. Maybe I want to put 2 degrees. 2 degrees. And then I can click OK. And if I go and look, I now have 2 lines already at all my ribs. So this is proper draft lah. But then again, I didn't do for this one lah. So the circular rib also I need to do. This one, no 2 lines, right? This is only one single line. So go to rib, edit feature, make sure you turn on draft, and then click OK. So this rib has been done lah. If you are not confident on this, just go back to your draft analysis. Make sure you choose the bottom surface. 3 degrees now you have to change lah, because just now I think I put 2 degrees code. So if I change this one to 2 degrees, my draft analysis will become 0 lah. If I put 3, of course lah, it's not going to be sufficient. Because I put 2 degrees, right? So now I'm okay lah. Just make sure you choose bottom. 2 degrees is my lowest amount of draft necessary lah. So if you look here, your part will be separated into 2 halves. One is red color. This is your cavity part. Another one will be in green color. Green color is your core part. So the mating surface in between, this is called parting line. So this is the first exercise for design for plastics lah. So hopefully we
Jadi kiranya dia
can do
kena ada 2
this.
color lah.